To stretch or not to stretch? That is the question.
Body, IGTV, I'm back. You beat play. All right. Do it.
Do it again. Take 5.
Yo. Be on the lookout for my new video coming up in like 3, 2, 1 seconds. Unique Playground, the show. I got Kristin here.
What's up?
All right. Kristin's one of my
favorite.
She does realize this is my show, right?
I do, but I have to add a little to it.
Kristin's been with me for how many years now?
15.
Kristin has a great business, so give them a little information too.
We're basically a custom house broker, freight forwarder. We've been around since 1902. If you don't know what that is, it's a travel agent for freight. That's pretty much it.
But she's here to do the video of...
To stretch or not to stretch? That is the question.
You
I
got
take
it.
over the show.
Yeah. I mean, look. She was just camera shy a few minutes ago, but now she's just taking over the show. So you know what? All right, but what's the name of the show today?
To stretch or not to stretch.
This is what I will call the hip flexor stretch, and we're making her do the hip flexor stretch. And she's using it as a cool down. She's not actually using it as a warm up. When I mean about front line, back line, lateral line, spiral lines, those are your functional lines. Right now I have her cooling down the front line, right? If now, say if she wanted to do that lateral line, let's have her reach over her head, and now the lateral line is being stretched, right? And we'll get into the lines in other episodes, but right now I'm just showing stretching, and I'm showing total body stretching rather than doing individual stretches. And sometimes some people, they may feel it in the hip flexor. She might feel it in other areas as well. Some people feel it in their calves. Some people even feel it in their foot, in the front. Some people feel it in their stomach. It depends on which functional line is not actually being stretched properly.
Just the hips.
All right. And she feels it's just in the hips, which showing that today we did an actual leg play out. So her legs might be, recovering.
Too much golf.
And too much golf, right? She's a golfer. Wall stretch, right? And she's stretching out the scap, stretching out the chest. Some people actually feel this also in their lower back. Some people may feel this in their calves. But the whole purpose of all these stretches is to stretch as a unit, right? You're not just doing the stretch for the chest. You're not just doing the stretch for the shoulder. You're not just doing the stretch for the calf. You're doing a total body stretch so that we don't break up that train tracks. Just think about it. If we just, had a train tracks and one little piece of that train track came apart, now we can't run the train through. When we keep it together, the train's going to run through freely. So now, and then now adding sound effects, of course, right? I shouldn't have said train. I should have said something like cat or dog and made her meow or something. All right. Okay. All right. But the whole purpose back to the point is we want to keep that functional lines. We want to keep them together. We want to keep them free flowing. We don't want the body to destabilize and act as individuals. We want to keep that movement together. When we run from the pivots, we run from the toes. Even the fingers and the hands have something to do with it when we run. All right. So that's total body hamstring stretch, pelvic stretch, shoulder stretch. So as you can see, again, has the same concept. We're keeping the body as a unit stretching rather than doing individual stretching, because what we want to do is the body to remain working in a unit. We don't want it to individualize. Like when I first learned about, personal training, everything was put in an individual section. Everything was put in an individual light. So that's not how the body moves. The body moves from big toe to index finger on opposite sides. So your right index finger, your left big toe, that can have a chain of muscles that run together within the body. And again, that'll be a further chapter when we do the Unique Playground, the show, teaching about the functional lines and why they're so important. All right. But right now she's doing a stretch. You feel this anywhere?
Right in here.
All right. So she feels this in the quad. So now this is supposed to be a hamstring stretch, and she feels this in her quad. Right. She could have some quad dominance from using, cardio machines. So here we're actually helping the quad. It could be just from the workout. She feels that quad actually opening up. Right. And anybody knows anything about a deep squat, quad flexibility is very important. But like we're doing here, we're keeping the body working together as a unit. So that's our episode on total body stretching.
Hope you enjoyed my stretches. Do some at home.
I gotta teach you cues, like how to come in.
Sorry for the interruptions.
All right. This is not the Unique Playground show. This is the Kristin show today.